go get a youth, talk to them, you know. Just protect on the trees, you know. You see me? Badness now, go nowhere. A long time days them thing there, bro. Can't bad without money. Link up the MP, you know, in a community. Get a farmer card. Come a Farin. And on a reach Farin. Find a good woman. You see me? Lock in with the woman. You and I build together. You see me? Listen, no man go Farin hard, bro. Everywhere hard. So long as you put in the work, everything good, brother. You see me? Just put in the work, do what you have to do. And just stay focused, bro. Life better. From the day I reach Farin, my life change. Tell me, I tell you. See, remember when I'm there on a jailhouse, you know, when I call a bigger credit and I beg this, you know, no man fail for me, you know. So why sense? Can't bad without money, father. Badness now go nowhere. Let go them thing there. Stay focused. Link up the MP them and get farmer card and fly out. Tell me, I tell you, no get a youths. Just let go the badness that now I'm gonna. Remember after I'm dead in a man at 9 days, some people cry and pull him and tap, you know. From your bury, you know, you about nothing, boy, you know. So I stay there and I look what I go on. Just say police I'm afraid to kill, you know. 15 years now if you have imitation gun. And if you lie, you get 20 years. So I stay there and stay focused. Wise up, get the youths.
On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype. We make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on. A blessed and wonderful Tuesday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we're going in Jamaica. So watch us now, my peeps, in the morning, yeah. We're going to kick it off with some updates. But before we get into that, I have been going through social media feeds, just looking on some of the commentary from you, the regular members of Chan Public, as it relates to happenings yesterday, the day before, and so on. Now, as it relates to the Linstead fatal knockings and clappings of 5 and injury of 4, and also the triple knockings and clappings in a Cockburn pen, York Avenue, where a brother known as Gritty Ball end up lose him 3 pints. Both incidents, a 4-year-old end up lose for 3 pints, and a 9-year-old end up get canned up seriously so. And I've seen the comments. Many people speak their mind aggravated over the fact that our country's most vulnerable, our children, were targeted in both attacks. But the one thing that I've not seen is that we have yet to admit that we, generally speaking, is the cause of what we see happen. It's the culture that we love so much and embrace. The gun culture, the gangster culture, the badness culture, and the culture where even some of you who says you are a law-abiding citizen unintentionally embrace the same culture. Because when you're going to one party and you hear a Kenny Rogers play, me not see nobody a bust no blank. Me not see nobody face tough up and face lean up. But as soon as I hear gunman shift, just for name one song out of many, too many might I add, a beer blank start bus and every man face look tough all went and then soft like putty, man tough up him face. And I'm not just blaming the music. The music is just a small part of our already existing problem. But just to show you how it affects us as a people differently. As you and a man in a any little thing, oh, I will go down a prison, go lie down for you. Oh, you're bad like me. And all these manner of things. Even when we are law-abiding citizens, we are prone to violence. And I know that, yes, as humans, we are made up of good and evil, so there's a violent nature in each and every one of us. But when we get to a point where the entire nation embrace violence over law and order, peace and tranquility, that is where we have a problem, and that is where we are now, presently, as a nation. We are in trouble. As I stated in yesterday's vlogging on my peeps, is that the government, as you will see in this upcoming broadcast, only give us what we really and truly desire. Because even though we say that we need more, we really don't. So them only give us what them know so we truly desire. Is that their presence is felt, them come, say them condolences, hug a few people, make some pretty speech, and go back home to feed them safety net. And then give it little time as it breeze over, so if it not happen back in the same place, a similar action will take place in another garrison community. So until we, the regular members of Jan Public, change our mindset as a people, the government of Jamaica, regardless of which political party in a power, will only give us what we truly desire. Because as I stated in yesterday's vlog, if the government now supposed to really put them foot down on crime the real way, you same one, we are type you utter discuss and saying that you hate the boy them or do this to the picnic them and all these things. You same one, I gotta come lash out upon the police and the government for really put them foot down upon crime. Because putting them foot down upon crime, trust and believe, it will affect you way more than you ever thought. But you have to pay a price for safety. Everything comes with a price to be paid. But I will not say too much on this. I could just get into this morning's set of stories. So I have some video footages for you to share with you. When the Prime Minister toured the era of Commodore, whole heap of things him say, whole heap of things him talk. So for you, the regular ones and ones them want to know, just tune in, listen to what the Prime Minister have said, drop some comments as it relates to that. And then of course we're gonna get into the rest of stories. So anyway, listen.
I'm here to personally express to the family members my own personal and sincere and deep condolences on this very tragic incident which has taken the lives of 4 innocent Jamaicans and has threatened the lives of members of the community. And I'm hoping for the speedy recovery of those who were injured in this gruesome, unwarranted attack. I'm also here to assure the families and loved ones of the victims that the Jamaican state and government will support them through this very difficult time, whether it is with support in counseling or in supporting any other needs that may arise. As I have met with some of the family members, I am seeing where there are needs, and some have even expressed particular support that they would require. So the entire government will be mobilized to give support to the victims and the loved ones of the victims. The conversation in the public domain as well about our crime fighting strategy sometimes forgets the victims. And so my presence here as well is to highlight that we must also focus on the victims. The 3 children who are left behind in the murder of an innocent mother. The father who was just crying a while ago, his son didn't get to give him a grandson. The grandmother who was crying in her room, who was saying her grandson was the one who took care of her. Mm-hmm. The society must place great importance on the victims of crime, in as much as sometimes we pay to the perpetrators of crime. The victims of crime deserve justice for Jamaicans to do. And the society, in how we speak, the narratives that we create around our situation, I think it is only fair that in the balance, the favor is towards the victims. So my presence here today is to also highlight the victims. I use this tragic incident to appeal to the hearts of all Jamaica. Let us work for peace. And to those criminals who are not hearing my voice or have chosen to ignore what I have said, we will get you.
CP, how are you?
How are you doing, sir?
Good. Tell me, what happened here today?
It's an unfortunate incident. As you know, we've been enjoying aspects of that section of the ministry that we just created peace in our community, sir. We, this area and particularly the location where the incident occurs is a place that has received significant amount of police attention over the past couple of weeks in particular. We suspect, we have a lead, and we suspect where it is stemming from. We believe that it is a reprisal of a murder that took place some time ago. 9 persons were shot, 5 fatally. Unfortunately, those who died was 4-year-old Shannon Gordon, youngster whose life has been cut short here because of some of the hoodlums and criminals that really have nothing to add or to contribute to society, who believe that even with what they're seeing, that it is just they're foolish enough to believe that it is still wise to carry out these acts. And so what I must assure the community and yourself and the wider Jamaica citizenry that we will bring this matter to a close very soon, so we're having some good lead, and the perpetrators will be brought to justice. And so it's very unfortunate. We have some persons who have been injured, particularly again another youngster, 11-year-old Azari Miller. We wish, on behalf of the JCF, we wish them speedy recovery. And I just want to take the opportunity also to, offer condolences to the families and loved ones of those who have been deceased. And I assure you, PM, and this community that this will not be allowed to become a trend. We'll bring them to justice, sir, and in very short order, you'll get a further update as to the resolution of this matter.
Is the root of this a gang conflict? Would you classify it as related to a gang?
Yes, sir. It is. One of the perpetrator that we suspect has been one of our targets and is in custody and is a notorious gangster in this particular area. We believe that it is in continuation of that. There was a murder that took place about 2 years ago that we strongly suspect that this is in reprisal of.
So it was not a targeted shooting. It was just purely random in terms of how they targeted the victims.
So no, we targeted some amount of target. We're doing some victimology now. We have seen persons, victims in this that possibly may have been direct target in the hit. But as you see, sir, it's usually a peaceful community. People are out in the afternoon, which our citizens should be able to enjoy, sir. And the way of life ought not to be changed because of these. And unfortunately, some of these persons are given cover and support by their communities. And I just want to ask, make a general appeal to persons who give shelter to these persons, thinking that they are your friends, that they are the ones who bring this type of things to the community. And so there should be no place for them to hide. Should not provide them with any shelter. It's a very unfortunate thing, sir. We had a couple last year, and our response caused it, to be subsided somewhat, and this is the first one that we've seen in quite some time, sir. But the important thing is how we respond to it and how quickly we can bring these perpetrators to justice.
Presence here today is to directly express my sympathies and condolences to all the family members, but to also give you assurance that it will not go without the criminals who did this being brought to justice. I know that is not sufficient comfort, and it definitely won't bring back your loved ones, but I'm sure you want to see justice done. Yeah. So we are going to make sure that justice is done.
At our university, I should just start.
But we will also commit to give you. We will also commit to give you some support. So tell me about the people who were shot and killed.
My sister was at the spot when they shot him in the face. She ended up dying, but I never was here with her. I was supposed to come. She's 39 years old. She was supposed to come, and I never get to come because I have a young baby. And I tried to put him to bed to come with her, and the baby ended up wake up back, so I never get to come with her. So she alone ended up dying. And maybe if I was there, I would end up dying as well.
Jesus.
9 people get shot. Her grandniece and her nephew, 2 nephews, cousin and nephew, 3 person, plus her next niece, her sister, daughter got shot as well. But my sister died.
How many children your sister left?
She have 3 children.
Three kids. As you know, we'll assist. We'll
our
give you.
oldest child lose her father at a tender age. I know
Her mother.
her mother died. I don't even know because she can't. She not take it. Because she actually not crying. I mean, I try, because sometimes we get them to cry, forget what happened.
You have to give some counseling to her.
Yes, she need that. She's gonna need it. The 3 of them is gonna need it. I'm telling you. Right now, I know she kind of afraid right now, so she end up left. You understand? But I have to stay because I have to take care of her place. Because my sister was such a wonderful person. My sister didn't know from nothing. I can't think of that's bad. Nice girl. Not give problem. She's a helpful person, and the people in the community really love her. You understand? So I understand this.
Well, you can count on us to give you and all the other family members support. Definitely in circumstances like this, we will give all the support that we can.
Well, my peeps, this me I talk about, the violent nature that we have all embraced in our culture. I play out in our real life. When I hear the cries of the people, and to add to that, sometimes we have some family members in our family, and we try to hide them, we try to enable them, we do all sort of things to safeguard for them interests. And them cannot safeguard yours. Because what happened is somewhat directly linked to the fact that Glenda and Amos and them people here are family. It may not be the only reason behind it, but it is one of the many reasons behind it. A whole heap of things are going in that era there, a whole heap of things under the hush-hush. Even the Linstead bus park is also a part of what you see happening. The criminal element known as Reds is a part of it too. So there is way more to that massacre than what actually meets the eye. Now, Prime Minister Andrew Holness is calling on the police to closely monitor activities in the community of Commodore to avoid reprisal, knockings and clappings. Andrew Holness says that his advice is a key lesson learned from a similar mass knockings and clappings in Cherry Tree Lane in Clarendon 2024. Andrew Holness stated that yesterday, whilst he were in the Commodore community with other high officials. And Sunday's incident definitely, in my view, also bears similarities to the Cherry Tree Lane knockings and clappings. Now we're going to hear from Dr. Holness again as he weighs in and also giving his advice to the police. Now listen.
We have seen this before. Not so long ago, we saw Cherry Tree Lane, where I visited, and from what I have told and what I have seen, I don't want to speak too much on the operational issues. That's the remit of the police. But it would appear to me that the circumstances are similar, and there are things that we would have learned from the Cherry Tree Lane incident, and one of them is to prevent reprisals. And I'm certain that the police will be acting in such a way to ensure that there are no reprisals, or to prevent them as much as possible, and to be proactive in ensuring that there is a proper security presence and cordon in the area to protect the citizens here and to prevent any retaliation coming from outside or even from inside going out. The second thing that we have learned is that whatever we do as a security response must have endurance. So the criminals, sometimes they will go and hide, and as the commissioner said, they have safe haven and people protect them and surround them, and then they wait and then they come back. That would be a fatal error on their part, because what we have built into the security forces is endurance. So they will stay in the community, they will maintain a long-term presence, and they will not just wait out the criminals, they will actively seek the criminals.
The Prime Minister also offered a $2 million cash award to anyone who can help the police with getting the criminal elements who are directly responsible for the 9 knockings and clappings and the fatality of 5 in the Commodore district in Linstead, St. Catherine. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is the knockings and clappings that took place over there in the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled St. Andrew South Police Division yesterday evening. That particular knockings and clappings took place along the area known as York Avenue, where this man, presently on your screen, identified as Leroy Thompson, 52 years old, but them call him Gritty Ball in our streets, end up lose Feme 3 pints. But a 9-year-old, they get caught up in it too. I will get to understand that her condition is considered to be very, very serious. Now on your screen is 9-year-old Savannah, Panton. And I would really love for you, the true and authentic prayer warriors out there, to offer a deep-rooted prayer for the speedy recovery of this innocent little 9-year-old pitney. Jaja God. I hope and pray that Savannah Panton recovers speedily. Keep her in your immediate prayers. Each and every person out there, even if you don't know how to pray, just whisper 2 words and say, "Take care of her, God." As easy as that. It's really sad, my peeps. Really, really sad to see our nation's most vulnerable in these types of situations. Now the next thing that we are going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the St. Mary Police Division, where the criminal element that escaped police custody by breaking free from lawmen and the Independent Commission of Investigation, Indicom personnel, when he was handcuffed and was temporarily released to sign a statement, he has turned himself in to the St. Mary Police. Now, the criminal element in question has since been identified as 29-year-old Herbie Jr. Ballantyne, said to be of a Fraserwood address in Highgate, St. Mary. Ballantyne, who was conned up and injured after attacking a police officer with a knife, was receiving treatment at the hospital. Following an Indicom interview at the facility, Ballantyne's handcuff was briefly removed to allow him to affix a signature to a statement collected. He reportedly managed to overpower the Indicom personnel and the police and escaped from the facility. Ballantyne was urged to turn in himself immediately. The 29-year-old turned himself in at the Islington police station in the parish of St. Mary. So kudos to him, boy, may I tell you. Now the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the Manchester Police Division, where we have yet again another sad news. The nation has lost another teenager. Boy, may I tell you. Now, I want to brace yourself for this. But the partially burnt body of a teen was found in bushes in Manchester on Monday afternoon, that's yesterday. She has since been identified as 13-year-old Santina Sargent. It is stated that she is also, was a student of the Christiana High School. Now, reports reaching on the Spot News media is that the Spalding police were alerted to the scene sometime around 5:30 p.m. by passers-by. The police stated that the scene was processed and the body removed to the Percy Junior Hospital morgue for postmortem. The matter is presently being investigated. Now, we don't really have much information on this one, so on the Spot News media will most definitely be making checks surrounding the lost life of 13-year-old Santina Sargent, a student of the Christiana High School who have lost her life. Circumstances surround, we're not really too sure, but on the Spot News media will get it for you and update you subsequently. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about is coming out of the St. James Police Division, where the St. James Police on Monday announced that they have taken into custody the female, the old Krasmite, who they believe leads a gang of robbers that has left a bitter taste in the mouth of victims right across Jamaica. Now, the cops says that the woman is known by her moniker as Toots, and a number of her top cronies was also nabbed days after the October 1 launched of Operation Endgame. It is said that that new police initiative has been yielding positive results. On Sunday, October 5th, about 7:30 p.m., Toots and 6 men from the robbery syndicate were arrested at Dome Lane in Mobay, St. James, following 2 robberies in the township. And that was stated by Superintendent Lenroy Edwards. He also stated that they are feeling very happy and accomplished to make such a significant dent in the gang, even though they had already arrested several members of the gang. And of course, you would have known, so the police them did end up slap with one of them in what the police describe as an armed confrontation with them. He stated that this new police initiative will continue, and Toots had came to national prominence last week when the St. James Police, during a press conference, declared her involvement in a series of crimes. The cops linked the criminal elements to robberies at several business establishments operated by Chinese individuals, not only in Mobay but also in the wider western region of Jamaica. So that is definitely a good look as it relates to the police. So right there and then, another decent spot of work again by the squad of them. Yeah, man. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.